Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing a super fun yoga for the whole family. So no matter what your age, you can do this class standing up. You don't even need a yoga mat for today, or you can do it seated on a chair. So grab some friends, anyone that wants to try, and we're gonna start standing or seated up nice and tall. Let's take an inhale. Lift the shoulders, squeeze them up really high to your ears. And on your exhale, drop them down. A couple more like that. Inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe hold your breath. And exhale. Drop them down. A couple more. Last one. Beautiful. We're going to come into mountain pose. So the palms of our hands are going to shine forward, and we're going to imagine that we are a big, beautiful, majestic mountain. So you can close your eyes, picture the most beautiful mountain you've ever seen a photo of or a picture of, and imagine that you could embody that stable, solid mountain in this pose, seated or standing. So imagine that your feet are pressing down into the earth, nice and stable through your whole legs. You might imagine if there's snow on the mountain or maybe some grass and trees. And then imagine the crown of your head, the very tip of your head, reaching up towards the clouds, getting even taller. Big, beautiful, tall mountain. Let's take a big inhale here, feeling that sense of being a mountain. And exhale out. If your eyes were closed, go ahead and open up your eyes and let's take a look at our hands. So let's spread our hands really wide. Imagine your hands could get even larger. You might compare your hand to the size of the hand of a person next to you. So take a moment to just look at your hands, your beautiful 10 fingers, and we're going to make fists. So go ahead and tighten your fingers together and then open them out. So close and open, close and open. Warming up our hands and our wrists and all these muscles that connect. Everything's connected in our body. Good. Let's take a couple more. Maybe you go a little faster. You'll start to feel those muscles working. And then the next time your hands are in fists, go ahead and hold them there and imagine you can make circles with those knuckles. So drawing circles one way. Imagine you're painting a nice little circle, and then the other way, getting a good stretch in those muscles through our wrist and forearms, which can get really tight if you're on your phone often, maybe playing video games or typing at a computer. So you want to stretch it out a little bit today. Okay, good. Shake it out. You can shake out your legs and arms. Good. Now we're going to imagine we're pulling on a rope. So just one arm, the other arm. Imagine there's a big rope and you're climbing. And as you're reaching, your spine, the center of your torso, is getting longer. You're pulling it out, making space as we reach and reach and reach, sitting up or standing up nice and tall. Awesome work. Next time, one arm is reaching up, the other arm is going to come to your hip. We're going to take a big inhale, exhale, side bend. Good. Inhale, pull that shoulder down so we're not squeezing it up to our ear, but you're making space for that neck, and then side bend a little more. Good. Coming up, switch sides, other arm up. And exhale over. Good, make space. So we tend to scrunch our shoulders up to our ears, but just how we did in the beginning of class, see if you can relax that shoulder down. Good, and coming back to center. Awesome work. Great job stretching. So we are going to heel toe our feet out wide, or if you want to have a little fun with it, you can jump your feet out wide. We just want to make our base a little bit wider. Good. And then we're going to turn one foot out and the other toes in a little bit. So one toes turn to the side and the other toes in a little. Good. We're going to reach our arms out. Imagine you could stretch out through your legs and arms. We're going to tilt the back hip back and reach down for our triangle pose. If you're seated in a chair, you can take that side bend we just did again. You can look up to that hand straight forward, or maybe you look down to the bottom foot. Good, so we're making a triangle shape with our legs, and we're adding on this beautiful side stretch. Good. Using that top arm, just like we pulled on the rope, we're gonna pull ourselves up. Good, turn those toes in. Other toes go out, we reach out again. Beautiful. Find a big lengthening, and then we'll tip forward. That back hip has to slide out. This hand can come down to anywhere that it grabs on your leg is perfect. Or maybe you can grab the floor. Be careful not to pull too hard. And then see where it feels best to gaze at today. We want to find a good focal point, maybe down at your foot, something at the wall in front of you, or up to the sky. Good, then use this top hand to pull yourself back up to center. Awesome work. Let's turn those first toes back over to the side, and we are going to maybe widen our stance a little more. We're going to bend that leg, coming into our warrior position. If you're on the chair, you can kind of slide your legs out to a warrior position, keeping the chair under this front hip to support you, just to get like this opening feeling in the hips. Careful, this knee is going straight that way, and we're going to reach our arms out. So this is called Warrior Two. Imagine you're a strong warrior, but you're still having that stability that we found in our mountain pose. So feeling strong, you might be feeling the muscles in your legs working, in your arms. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Good, now let's stretch up and turn to the other side. So turn those toes out, back heel shifts in, and we shift down low. So we're really bringing our hips down. Using our front leg, press through your feet, all four corners of your feet, swinging our arms out long. And usually our focal point is over these front fingers. So we have a fierceness, a strength that comes from inside, and so we can stretch out here. Beautiful. And coming back to center, you can heel toe your feet together, or maybe you jump back together. Great work. We are going to, I'm going to turn this way. We're going to reach our arms up, big stretch. And we're going to slowly mount it forward. Beautiful. This is called our ragdoll. So we can bend our knees a little bit and shake our head. Yes, saying yes to all the good things, and maybe you shake your head no. Just melt your upper body forward. You can do this if you're in your chair as well. You might sway a little bit. Good. You can bring your hands around to one side and the other side. Good. And let's slowly roll back up. Awesome work. Let's shake out our legs. And we're going to practice balancing on one foot now. So if you're on your chair, you might want to stand up if you want a little challenge, and you can use your chair or wall to help balance. What we're going to do is we're going to stand on one leg and bring the other knee out. And we're going to practice bringing our foot up to our calf. Today, we're just going to do mini tree poses today. If you really want to come into a big tree, make sure your heel goes up really high so we don't put our heel on our knee. And we're going to grow our branches today. If you have someone nearby, you might hold their hand. Or like I said, if you need to use the chair or a wall to balance, just want to extend. Imagine you're a beautiful tree, and if you want, you can sway a little bit in the wind without knocking your friend or family member over. So notice the standing leg has to really be nice and strong like a solid tree trunk. Good. And let's shake it out, shaking out that leg. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. We have to balance out left side and right side. So this knee turns out, and we bring the foot up to our calf. Or if you want to bring it all the way up, make sure you don't put your foot on your knee. And finding our arms, beautiful branches. You can even bring your hands to touch. If you don't have anyone nearby, feel that connection of your hands pressing together and your foot pressing into your leg. Feel your solid tree trunk on your standing leg, and when you're ready, shake it out. If you lose your balance, you're not alone. Just come back into it. Okay, we're going to turn this way again, or I'm going to turn this way. You can stay how you were. Let's reach up one more time and fold forward like a rag doll. So we're just hanging really floppy, and you can sway again. Good. Optional downward facing dog. So if you want, you can plant your hands and just step your feet back, lifting our hips high, making a big triangle with our body. Good. Feel free to take your walk for a dog for a walk. So one knee bends and then the other knee, pedaling out the feet. Take a moment to look back at your feet and notice all your toes and ankles. Good. And when you're ready, let's drop our knees, come to a child's pose. So our hips come back to our heels and our hands reach forward. If this doesn't feel good on your body, you can come to a comfortable seat. We're going to meet you there. If you're in child's pose, see if your forehead can touch the ground. If it doesn't touch the ground, just stack your fists or your hands, and we're going to roll our forehead side to side, massaging the front of our forehead. Maybe you close your eyes. Awesome. Slowly peel your upper body up, and we're going to come to seated. So bring your feet out in front of you. You can shake it out. We're going to cross one ankle over the knee, and we're going to sit back and bend the knee for a nice figure 4 shape. Good. So imagine you're just hanging out here, but we're getting a good stretch in this hip. And make sure you flex this front foot. Good. And the way you can change the stretch is you can come back more if it's really an intense stretch for you. But if you want to go farther, you kind of just walk your hands in. Good. You can do this on the chair, just crossing one ankle over the other knee and maybe folding forward. And we can kind of rock this shape side to side. So I'm just kind of letting my figure 4 shape just going side to side. Beautiful. Then we're going to stretch this bottom leg back out, and cross this foot over. If it doesn't cross over, just bring it on the inside. Our left arm or opposite arm reaches up. We're going to cross it around, bring the other arm back for a nice twist. If you're seated on the chair, you're just going to bring your front hand to the opposite thigh and your back hand on your chair for a beautiful twist. Imagining your spine is wringing out and coming back to center. Shake out your legs again. Lean back, other ankle over. Bend that foot, plant it down, and find your hip stretch on this side. So in yoga, sometimes we do poses that are more strengthening, like our warrior two and our downward dog. And sometimes we do poses like this that are more relaxing and chill. So we have to balance out one and the other. Feel free to rock side to side. Make sure you're not collapsing down. See if you can press your heart up. Good. When you're ready, straighten out the bottom foot. Crossing this foot over, or you can keep it right next to your leg. Opposite arm as this knee that's bent reaches up and around, and the back arm reaches back for your twist. You might look back behind you, getting that twist up through the whole spine and top of the head, spiraling around. And slowly release, shake it out. We're going to come to sit cross-legged or in any way that feels good for you. We're going to finish with a breathing exercise. So I want you to imagine that your torso is a big balloon. And as we breathe in, that balloon is going to inflate. And then as we breathe out, it's going to deflate. So let's try it. Inhale in, filling up your balloon. Exhale out. Let it deflate. Inhale in, filling up the chest and the belly with air. Exhale out. Let it deflate. Good. If you'd like, you can bring one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly to feel the inflate of the balloon and the deflate. Let's take 3 more breaths like that together. Inhaling in, exhaling out. 2 more. You might close your eyes so that you can really feel your breath. 1 more. Good. And slowly opening your eyes. Thank you all so much for doing this yoga class with me. I hope that you had fun and that you'll come back to this class whenever you want to do some yoga. Thanks. Have a great day.